may well take the podium position away from the French rider, who I'm sure won't care. He'd love to do it with a podium. Pecco Bagnaia will be back to fight another day. Bet your bottom dollar on that one, because Bagnaia is a star in the making. He's a future champion. As we go on to the final couple of corners for this Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix, will Fabio Quartararo be able to hang on from Bastianini? The attack's surely going to come down. I suppose he's going to get the drive out of here, and he might well have a go, but Quartararo won't mind. A few glistening, glassy eyes for Pecco Bagnaia. Oh, Quartararo's had a track limits warning. He didn't run off track on the last lap, did he?
No,
he's battling for position, and they will take your position away from you.
It's all about the next corner coming up, turn 14. Bastianini's surely going to dive to the inside. Here we go.
Oh,
he's going to dive for it. Oh, he's got it stopped.
I'll tell you what, Quartararo had a moment, didn't expect that to come, and almost touched Enea Bastianini. And Marc Marquez, even though his right arm has caused him so many problems over the year, he takes back-to-back wins.
Honda 1-2.
And it's a Honda 1-2 for the first time since 2019. Enea Bastianini is on the podium again here in Misano. But Fabio Quartararo, with 4th place, becomes the first French rider in history to win the MotoGP World Championship, with Valentino Rossi in his last ride on Italian soil up to 11th place and across for 10th across the line. He said a top 10 was possible, he's done it. But you feel with Quartararo winning on a Yamaha, the baton has been passed to the future in this sport. At 22 years of age, the same age Rossi was when he won his first championship, Fabio Quartararo is your MotoGP World Champion in 2021.
Wow, and it has not been easy, has it? He's had to work on himself, he's had to be consistent. But you know what? He's done it with a smile on his face this year. Obviously, he's in tears, the emotion. I mean, he's an emotional type of character, and I bet he can't believe it. Remember when we first heard about this kid when he was 13 years old, junior world champion? Everybody said, this is the man who can take it to Marc Marquez. And then he came into this paddock, and straight away he was fast. But then there were the years where he got lost a bit of confidence, changed teams, moved up to Moto2, didn't really do anything sensational, and then got signed up for MotoGP. All the experts, I was one, said it's too soon, I don't think he's ready, but he's managed. Well, he got to MotoGP, and that's where he belonged, and that's where we've seen his talent from 2019. What a talent, deserved champion, could not be happier for the kid.
He is the first French rider to win in MotoGP, and that will be huge news in the hexagon, without a doubt. That will be front page for Fabio. Valentino Rossi comes to celebrate with his fans. A 10th place finish in the end. He was only just behind his brother Luca Marini. He closed by 2 seconds on the last lap. There's a bit of steam coming off the top of his bike.
Brilliant.
As Marc Marquez, he actually came back there to congratulate Fabio Quartararo. They had a great battle, didn't they, back in 2019, and you do feel like the future is going to be them battling again on into the future with Pecco Bagnaia, 3 different manufacturers and 3 riders at the top of their game.
Yeah, well, the future's bright, isn't it? Because we've got the young talents. You've got Marquez, who's obviously back. You've got Bagnaia, who's really on form. So, yeah, I'm already looking forward to next year. But we've still got 2 to go. It's going to be really interesting to see. Marquez is going to try and finish this season with a clean sweep, because we're going to Portimao next. An anti-clockwise track should work for him, really.
It's physical. This is a physical place.
No, actually,
to ride.
it's not. It's clockwise. I'm just getting too giddy.
Well, it doesn't matter, does
it's
it?
Valencia. That's the anti-clockwise track.
Valentino Rossi taking the plaudits from his fan club down there. He saw Uccio down there too.
There's his fiancée.
Last time at home, 44th race, and he's done it with a top 10. And there are times in the past when you'd say a top 10 for Valentino, he's going to be disappointed. He'll absolutely love that one.
We've got the red carpet out, and rightly so. Here's Eric, his manager, with the cream jeans on.
Yeah, and Tom, his mate, who's holding aloft the tricolour.
Eric looks happy.
Oh, I wonder why. Mr. 10% will be there.
I'm only going to go there. I'll just say this once. Ka-ching!
Oh, look at you've got to be so pleased for him. As I say, the 6th youngest rider in history.
Here we go.
To take the MotoGP World Championship. R&B?
Well, I don't know what kids listen to nowadays. What do they listen
certainly don't do the robot when it's happening.
I don't know what happened there. I'm a bit embarrassed about that.
Well, the tunes are playing out for someone who is a bit of a party boy. You have to say, he loves it. He loves the celebrity lifestyle, and he is a big star now. He's right on the big stage as the MotoGP World Champion. Paul Espargaro takes his first podium on the Repsol Honda. We mustn't forget that. He's ridden superbly. Cooler conditions gives him a bit of leverage, doesn't it, to try and get something he likes on the Honda. As Marquez gets congratulated by Takeo Yokoyama. And look at his team. It's like the old days.
This is what it's about.
They celebrate in Parc Ferme as Fabio Quartararo. You've got to love the kid. My only disappointment here is his leathers aren't open, because that would top it off for me.
Look at this. This is what it's about.
Drink it in, Fabio. Enjoy every moment of this. Really? You've seen the photos on social media throughout this season of him posing with Marc Marquez when they were kids, him posing with Valentino Rossi. It's been his dream. It's been his dream since he was in nappies pretty much, and now he is on top of the world. Yes, he is the world champion in MotoGP, and you've got to be happy for the kid.
The workout, behind the scenes, the injuries, the money, you know, the investment, the dedication from the parents to move from France. They moved to Spain when he was such a young kid because he'd got this raw talent. So they had to take him where the best riders in the world were, and that was, I love all this.
You got to love that, making a proper show of it. It's like the Super Bowl, this.
And rightly so. Mariah Carey's going to come out in a minute singing.
You know, we're all fans of Fabio Quartararo, and I'm sure at home he's captured your hearts this season. Last year, he admitted it himself. He said how he crumbled. I'm not so sure about
what's going on. It's like a BT Sport advert.
Absolutely superb from Fabio Quartararo. You know, he's a new generation of rider in this sport. Came into MotoGP as a teenager, and he's gone on to win the title 3 years later, or 3 seasons later at least. And Marc Marquez knows he's got another man to challenge him to win any more titles in MotoGP.
Oh, look at that helmet. I love his helmet design anyway, but in gold it looks even better, doesn't it?
Well, it's party time here in Misano on the Adriatic coast. And I'm sure if the clubs were open, he would be down there straight away out of here on the beach, no doubt. But it's just a little bit, it's a bit quiet, isn't it, at the moment?
We'll make our own party, Gav, tonight.
Marquez rode well today, you have to say, keeping the pressure on Bagnaia, was handed victory in the end by Bagnaia's crash. We mustn't forget. And what about Enea Bastianini again, Neil, riding up there to the podium?
From 16th on the grid. Look how he's ending this season. He's had, that's his second podium. Obviously, he was on the podium here last time. 6th in America. Unreal, unreal.
Valentino Rossi enjoying this one, and who can blame him? He deserves every single moment of applause. It's hard to know which way to look, doesn't it?
No.
Obviously, you got your winner in Marc Marquez, you got Valentino Rossi taking the plaudits from the fans, and of course our new world champion, El Diablo.
No, he ain't going to throw that in.
Someone is about to have the souvenir of a lifetime there.
Oh my, I cannot believe he's done that. Rossi never throws helmets in. That's a real special thing. Can you imagine that? What? Fantastic. What a beautiful gesture.
Yeah, that one.
I can't believe there wasn't a scrap for that.
Well, you know there will be. Yeah, there will be.
It's going on right now.
Thankfully, they cut away from it. That's the main thing.
I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, if we sound a little bit giddy in the commentary box, but...
Yeah, you know what? Good things happen to good people, don't they? And Fabio Quartararo is one of those. You say about everything that they've sacrificed over the years, it almost didn't happen. It almost... his dream was fading at one point. You know, he struggled. He never took that win until he went up into Moto2 and actually had to switch teams. 4 different teams in his first 4 years in this championship. And suddenly, Johan Stigger felt, Razdan Razali saw something, and now he's world champion. Meanwhile, another one with a bright future is Enea Bastianini, a second podium of his rookie season.
Another fantastic ride and another podium at home. How do you feel?
Very strange, because after the qualifying yesterday, I think it's impossible to do same at race 1. But at the end, I pushed a lot in the last part of the race, and my paces was really nice, like the first Misano, and it's incredible. After I think it's crash Pecco, and from 5 I'm go in 4th place. And at the end, I see Fabio very close. I think now I have to push over the limit, and the last lap stay incredible for me, and I'm arriving in the 3rd position. It's a very strange podium for me.
And congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, big congratulations to Enea Bastianini. He had to go for it, and he did. And Fabio Quartararo, from this position, he had a little worry. Almost was, I think, a bit surprised to see Enea on the inside there, legs flapping all about like a squid on top of the bike.
Well, he sort of then, Quartararo ran into a roadblock there at that point and did the right thing, got out of the throttle, and then there's no way past. And then you honestly, believe this or not, for this split second you'll have been angry. Yeah. And then headed towards the last corner and thought, I think I'll take the world title. That'll do.
It's a nice exchange, isn't it? A podium for Bastianini, a title for Quartararo. Valentino Rossi, every single marshal wants a piece of his skin, don't they, as he rides past. The Pol Espargaro, first podium for him in his first year with Repsol Honda.
Alberto told us yesterday that if it was dry, you were strong, and you showed it. Did you know you could do that going into the race?
Well, more or less I knew my pace coming from the test, but today the track was a little bit more tricky. I don't know, on the rear tire I didn't feel so good on the stopping, and I was struggling mostly part of the race, but then when I could overtake Miguel, I just put my rhythm. Luckily, I lose Bagnaia and Mark so early in the race, and I couldn't follow them, and then I was completely alone, you know, in between them and Miguel. But I was keep doing my rhythm comfortably, and then by the tension, I started to have pump. When I saw that it was 7-8 laps remaining by the end, and I was in that podium, I was so much on tension, and I couldn't even brake, and I was just wanted to finish the race in that position. So super pleased, super happy for the team. P1 and P2, that's amazing, but especially, you know, Takeo, all the crew that has been working huge to make that possible. I'm happy for me, but more happy for them.
Great job, Paul.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
As if to back up how competitive MotoGP is this year, Pol is the 15th different rider to step on the podium this season. We've had 8 different winners this year. Marc Marquez taking his 3rd victory, but that's the first time for Pol Espargaro. I'm sure we just saw this.
I'm sure we've seen this before, unless Ross is on his 2nd lap round.
Yeah, he's going round.
Do you know what? If anyone deserves to, he does. Valentino should
look at that from Pecco Bagnaia. You've got to love that, haven't you? All of Ducati coming down. Jack Miller, who is pals with Fabio Quartararo, I'll point out, really big pals. Down there with Paolo Ciabatti. That's lovely. From Ducati, gracious in defeat on home soil.
Which is what you would expect, because we know the individuals there.
Yeah.
Zarco.
And Zarco will be delighted to see his pal step up as world champion. He'll go onto the podium after the other riders do so. Lynn Jarvis there to celebrate with Fabio Quartararo. No podium for him today. He won't care. The Petronas team, the Sepang Racing team, they brought him into MotoGP. They gave him this opportunity. Ricky from Ayrton, they're having to get out of the way as the burnout.
Do you know, I love an old school burnout. You don't see as many nowadays because it's not very good for the engine.
With the engine rules,
exactly.
You can't. He doesn't care now.
When you've won a world title, you can do what you want. There'll be no fines being given out.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Mark Elder down there with Fabio. It's been a great performance from 15th on the grid, and he'll hit again the emotions because this is a team sport and he knows how much his team have been behind him this year. I love that consolation as well from Valentino Rossi down to Pecco Bagnaia. He's been there. And I'm sure his words of advice will set Pecco in good stead for the future.
Tell you what, he's going to take someone's head off with his visor.
He's not going to have any voice left,
no.
Let's admit it.
Someone's going to get a black eye here. Yeah. The first French rider to win in the Premier class in the history of our sport.
It's huge, and it's huge for the sport in France. This is what the Brits want. This is what we need, isn't it? And it will give such a shot in the arm to motorcycle racing. I love that.
Respect.
You know what? They are
Both
great
ways.